How to avoid the big bucks shopping problem. So in this video, we're going to talk about how big this problem is. They were not required to close during COVID. All medium, small businesses were, unless they were essential. They just deemed themselves fine. They didn't take the big financial hits, any small and medium-sized business. So we're going to talk about the big box store problem. Just what is it really in your home and your family? And we're going to talk about how you can beat inflation and beat the big box stores. This is so exciting and super passionate to my heart because it's American made, an amazing opportunity for you to finally take a stand. I have an expert with me. I have Christian with me who actually is making hundreds of thousands of dollars doing this one thing to beat inflation and give you some guidance. So let's listen into that interview. Hey, this is Loral. And as I mentioned, we are off to an interview with Christian, who is an amazing, amazing expert in helping you beat inflation. As we know, we're in the top recession, 100% increase in interest rates. We've got inflation everywhere. How do you beat inflation? You price fix your spending and start buying healthy products. So today we're going to talk about how to avoid the big box shopping problem. I think all of you have heard me rant here, not on my YouTube channel, but every channel, that the big box stores got to stay open while all medium, small businesses got pummeled in 2021, 22, and are in either recovery or they got taken down. So with that, Christian, welcome to my YouTube channel.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This is pretty wild for me. I used to listen to you on the radio a few years back when I lived in the Bay Area in California. So this is pretty fun.
So we're going to do a 4-part series. So all of you plan the next 4 days. Make sure you hit our subscription notification. Listen to every one of these one by one, and share it. Like, share it with your family. We want everyone to stop this inflationary nonsense that is very preventable. So Christian, let's talk about what the problem is and how the big box stores are doing, because they're killing it. We'll talk about inflation, number 2, and then how do you beat inflation and the big box stores? So let's start with the first one and make a case for the big box store.
I love this because it's kind of a funny tongue-in-cheek way to approach this. If we were to try to make a case, if were put on the spot, hey, tell me why I should spend my money with Walmart, Target, the big boxes, the big box stores. It's the opposite of what I like. So I got to really think about this. Okay, so we would be voting to support the wealthiest people in history. So all of us little guys, I think the argument then would be all us little guys, all us regular people. I used to be a plumber. I live in a regular house. I'm a regular person. I'm married. I have kids. So us non-billionaires, we're all supposed to give our money to Walmart and Target and Amazon, that kind of stuff, right? We're all supposed to. I think that's kind of an unwritten rule. Well, as long as we do that, they get to stay the wealthiest people in human history. I've never met the Waltons. I'm not saying I hate them. I'm just thinking if there were an alternative that allowed us to help each other, help our communities, help our towns and cities, I would generally rather vote for someone other than the Waltons personally. If we all shopped big box, we could prop up these antiquated, these ancient business models that are so inefficient. The supply chain involved. When all of us little guys go to the retailer, I don't know if the viewer here, if you've ever kind of worked your way backward, kind of back up that supply chain to figure out how does my toothpaste or whatever it is I'm buying, how does that end up on the store shelf? What are all the steps? How much do those steps cost? Who pays for that, I wonder? It doesn't take much thinking to go, oh, us little guys, we pay for all of that. What about this one? If we all are faithful to big box, make sure we go shop this week, we could continue to suppress small business in our area. Wouldn't that be great? Keep those pesky small businesses from opening or keep them closed. We could support cheap out-of-country labor. I think a lot of us have seen, I was just watching the other day, it's really gut-wrenching to watch this footage, like spy camera footage overseas and some of these labor camps and stuff. I don't want to buy that stuff. I don't want to support that. None of us do.
Right.
But unwittingly, habitually, I think a lot of us, right? Like we're busy, we're hanging on for dear life, just trying to keep the wheels on in our own life. And Walmart's on the way home from work on Friday. And I turn right, into the Walmart parking lot, just like I always do. We got to knock that off. If hundreds of millions of us here in North America just continue to do that, nothing will change.
Yeah. And so keeping the small and medium-sized business has always been, the whole basis of this is anyone, right? The Jills and Joes of America, right? Call them Sams and Sallys, whoever you want. I'm a farm girl from Nebraska. You're a plumber, right? I mean,
Yep.
We can all do it. But we also, I'm going to say, and we have made huge decisions to shop differently and support differently. And never before have I been so rigorous about it. Then living through the pandemic and watching my very client, small and medium-sized business get pummeled, from local coffee shops to local, hair supply.
Yep.
Their hair and nail salons didn't have to close because they were under the Walmart brand. And I know we're picking on them right now, but other big box stores, same thing. They didn't have to close and the little guys did. Talk about the inflation process that's really in this too.
Yeah. So this is a funny one. So I was talking to somebody the other day. It was telling me, just casually commenting to me, that what Procter and Gamble is really struggling with inflation, is what they said. And I paused and I thought, well, hang on. I would argue that they passed the costs on to somebody. Oh, that's us. It's the little guys. No, we pay for that. That's on us. They're not struggling with anything. Personally, for me, my family and I switched. I know you have too, Loral. We switched away from shopping big box for a lot of these reasons. I'm very interested in supporting smaller, more local, especially family-owned kinds of enterprises. I love supporting that kind of stuff. I love clean. I love simple. I love a modern business model that's extremely efficient. I like shopping factory direct. None of us get to go shop, and I wouldn't if I could, but you can't go shop at Procter and Gamble. You don't get to set up an account and buy stuff from them. You have to let it come through that antiquated, expensive supply chain and then pay double the price. So part of the way my family has been able to combat inflation is we cut out this wasteful supply chain. We go straight to the manufacturer for a lot of the stuff we get. Like a lot of our consumables, we shop that way.
Well, and now they have meat. I switched away quite a while ago, a couple of years ago now. And I started just with just basic home cleaning supplies that are cleaner, healthier. And again, direct from factory. You don't have to pull into the right to go to Walmart to go get it. You can just, get online, get on your account and order whatever you want. And shows up a few days on your doorstep, right?
Yep. All us little guys banding together, we could help each other, or we could help. We're picking on the Waltons, I guess, but we could help the Waltons. And again, we don't hate the Waltons. It's not about that. But wouldn't we want to help each other instead? Most of the little guys I talk to, that's an easy vote.
It is. And if you want to go to switchaway.com/Loral, Loral. So switchaway.com/Loral. You can see what we're talking about. There's a whole presentation of the damage of the big supply chain and how, like you said, antiquated and costly it is. And it will reduce your inflationary pricing because you're going to be able to know that every month that you order whatever your home goods are or consumables. Now there's meat that's actually just phenomenally raised. And if you ever saw, and we'll be airing more of that as that comes out. I grew up in what's called the Langemeier locker. So I know how real beef is taken care of properly. And I've seen lockers do it horribly. So if you're interested in learning, how do you beat inflation? How do you take care of your family, the small and medium-sized businesses in your community? Go to switchaway.com/Loral, learn more about it. And there'll be a calendar that will pop back out to you. So you can have a one-on-one conversation with one of our top experts to help you decide if you want to switch away like the rest of us are. And our campaign that was just starting this now in 2023 is to get thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people just switching away and being healthier for them and their family. If you have any questions, go to askloral.com and please subscribe to this channel at YouTube, click the notification button and share this with other families. There is a way that you can make some income from this. If you want, you can talk to one of the experts that you'll be setting up a call with. So this again is one of a 4-part. So we're going to wrap today. Again, share this, get the message out. If you have any comments, put it in the chat below. We'll be back tomorrow with part 2.